degrees. And at this challenging situation, we are overcoming our educational issues also, along with the other social, financial, and many other things are there around us. Now, just before starting this meeting also, we were facing the latest technologies and all, implementation of latest technologies and all due to the power issues and all. Even though we are overcoming, that also we are overcoming by using alternative other systems, other multimedia approaches we are using. And this is a very good symptom for the coming days before us. And students were actually, they were in a dilemma, how to continue our studies, how to go ahead with their studies and all. At that time, as per feeling the requirement of current scenario, UGC has declared the possibility and the need of having a dual degree or other provisions along with the regular system. Otherwise, our youth, we know other than that of the other countries, India is having a very big youth, and our percentage of youth population is very high than other nations. So certainly the biggest platform for survival is education, no doubt. So students will be thinking that what will be our future tomorrow, how we can join for new programs and all these things. I think as a solution for that, our University Higher Grants Commission, the apex body of Indian higher education, they have decided to offer some other things to students to be engaged with in education. That is what the juggling of dual degrees. Actually, you just see what picture I have shared with you. This is what juggling. You know, the very nice, beautiful terminology the conveners, the coordinators of the meeting have given for this seminar. That is what juggling. Juggling, you know, in Malayalam we can say it is Ammanamadu. Ammanamadu. So students can, our youth can juggle things, juggle educational opportunities without lagging the other restrictions and other what means many barriers are before us. So they can overcome everything and they can play, they can enjoy, they can select. So many implications are there in this terminology. So beautifully they have given this terminology juggling. That's why I have given this picture also for that. So let us have a look on this new declaration of UGC. Students can go through the details of this declaration and details of this revised notification and circular given for education institutions by using the link given below this slide. Hello, others may please mute their phone. Hello, all others may please mute. So I am hearing a lot of discussions other than this. Please, you can have your discussion or something after putting mute, because the system will also be good. Our voice, picture and everything will be good if it is mute. Okay, thank you very much. Now everything is okay. We can proceed. So UGC has approved a proposal to allow students to pursue 2 degree programs at the same time. One of the degrees has to be in regular mode and the other either in open and distance learning for online. This is what the key point for discussion today. So you should know, you must know what is regular, what is online, what is distance mode of learning. So distance mode of learning is my platform. Now, I was working in regular system for 15 years. After that, I came to open distance learning system, the biggest open distance learning system in the world, not in India, in the world. That's what IGNOU. So I think this time it is very much suitable to select such a point to share with the students of bachelor degree or other degrees, universities of Kerala and the colleges affiliated to our universities. And students will be too much eager to know about the nitty-gritties of all this open distance learning Indira Gandhi National Open University, other open distance learning provisions and all. So I invite your attention to all these key points first. So you may focus on 3 points. One is regular system, the second one is open and distance mode, and learning through online. So what is ODL, open distance learning? So all may have to be familiar with the terminology, short form, ODL, and in broad sense, or the elaborated form is open distance learning. Open distance learning, you know, in ancient time, not in ancient time, in all before time or olden days, people were telling that correspondence course, distance learning, or distance education, like that. Now, this terminology has been changed a lot, and it is competing with the regular system of our world, regular education, higher education system, and it is competing with all other facilities and day-to-day affairs of regular system, because nowadays we cannot simply give a corresponding learning system or a postal learning system or like that. Students will not be able, and we cannot compete with the day-to-day knowledge-driven society. That is why ODL system is given. So ODL is open distance learning. The most important features of ODL is the flexibilities of ODL. You may know what is flexibility. By the name itself, you understand that there are many, but simplified, or I think what to tell. ഒരുപാട് ശിഥിലമായ കുറെ സംവിധാനം, ശിഥിലം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അയഞ്ഞ നിലപാടുകൾ. That is what flexibility. So flexibility, what all flexibilities are available in open learning? The students, as per UGC norms, all the students who seek dual degree, they have to take one degree, and at the same time they are going on in the regular mode system, and at the same time they can have one open distance degree or one online learning system. So open distance, we are regular, there is no need of telling, because it is the formal education system, and every day you are going to your institution, every time only transaction is going on through face-to-face mode in the classroom situations, and students are always in touch with their tutors, their lecturers, or in their practical labs, and this is education system, education institution. And I think more than that of their home, they are always depending, and they are always with their education system. That is not in regular mode. But in open distance mode, only a few situations and only an small opportunity is getting to be acquainted with the teachers or the other academics of open distance learning system. You are always with your learning process. You are alone, not alone. We are always with you with many other provisions, but physically you are alone. You will be always alone with the study materials and other things. So how this open distance learning system has to be, how it has to equip you with all the other facilities equivalent to the regular system, to be equivalent to the regular system. So I will tell you, as a base, I have to tell you what all facilities you are getting as a flexible mode. One is, you know, you are getting your admission only if you have a very nice, very good academic merit. Sometimes, not sometimes, always. The colleges are offering you admission if you have a good mark, and from the rank list only you are getting. But in open distance learning, if the student is eligible at the minimum level, that means if for just pass also, they will get admission in the open distance learning. So any person eligible to get higher studies will be admitted will be incorporated with the open distance learning system. Only a few courses having too much need too much professionality and other things, and too much prerequisite to be acquainted with the new course are telling you that you must have second class or this much of percentage of marks, and only a few programs. And all 99.9% of programs offered to the students are always inviting students who have minimum eligibility conditions. That is the first and foremost flexibility in the ODL system. And ODL system, the cost effectiveness, by seeking the cost effectiveness, just the what all expenses are there to meet the learning process, that is only the expense to be met by the students. That means with very less cost, it is not expensive. With very less cost, students can afford with their higher education in open distance learning. And if they are doing their work, or if they are employed, at the same time they can take over both the things at the same time. Simultaneously, they can work and they can learn. This is another thing. That means they can earn for learning and they can learn for earning. Both the things will be happened in ODL system. This is not possible in regular system. Otherwise, students may have to take too much risk. That is the other thing. And by seeing other conditions of this thing, one more thing I have to share you that the students may have get a time duration flexibility, how it is possibly this thing. In an open learning system, minimum duration of learning and maximum duration of learning is there. That means you will get more time to complete your program while doing this open distance learning. That is what the thing. I will tell you specifically all these points by giving the example of Indira Gandhi National Open University. And there are now, if we go through another provisions of open learning system, open distance learning, that is online learning. You know, MHRD is the apex ministry for us to offer education. And MHRD is offering many online courses through its online learning platform Swayam. Have you heard of Swayam and Swayam Prabha? If not, you have to focus today itself, because India is having a very big open learning platform named Swayam. If you search it in the website www.swayam.gov.in. Once again, I will tell you, Swayam spelling SWAYM.gov.in. Swayam is giving you a very big opportunity to have many programs in this portal, and all programs are online programs. So you can do these programs also along with your regular system. So now you are aware that how to do, what to do, the other systems, open distance learning and online learning simultaneously with your regular mode of learning. So in Swayam, I wrote one word, MOOCs. MOOCs, massive open online courses are there. So these MOOC courses, massive open online courses, by the name itself, you know, it is giving you opportunity to enter a massive population of learners, and it is open and it is online. That is what MOOCs. So these are the provisions. I have to tell you that the possibility and the probability of courses before you to go with your regular system. And now open universities, you know, we have distance education, school of distance education, we are telling. Other than that of Indira Gandhi National Open University, that is a university. And our universities in Kerala, because you are the students of universities in Kerala, we have Kerala University, Calicut University, Mahatma Gandhi University, and many other Kannur University, and other specific universities, means KUHAS, KUSAT, like that. Many universities we have. Agricultural University is there, Fisheries University is there. So all universities may have the opportunity for doing distance education. These distance education institutions are known as School of Distance Education. These are the distance education institutions in Kerala. And other than that, yes, one state university for open distance learning is State Open University. in Kerala, we don't have state open university, but in other states, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra, and almost all other states, they have government state open universities. Kerala is not having. Instead of that, Kerala is having a very big national university with the 3 regional centers, that one Cochin, one Trivandrum, and one in Calicut, that is Calicut Vadagara. Sometimes that may be one of the reasons for not opening open editions. In recent days, there were discussions to start from the side of the government to open universities, and by some other reasons, now it is on pending. I think it is not that much necessary in Kerala, because Kerala is having 3 regional centers other than that of the other states. The biggest, I think you know that UP is a very big state in India. UP is having only 2 regional centers. And compared with UP, Kerala is a very small state, and Kerala is having 3 regional centers. Considering the educational aspirants, considering the educational number of educational aspirants and the level of higher education, school education, everything, that is very high in Kerala. That is why sometimes that may be the reason for opening 2 regional centers in Kerala. So that is one state open universities. State open universities we don't have, even though I was telling you the information, and we have the central open university, that is what? IGNOU, Indira Gandhi National Open University. And other terminology you have to be familiar with: on campus and off campus. This is very important with respect to the students and the distance learners of Kerala, because many cases we are dealing every day that our learners, students always in higher education, if people are taking some additional degree, or if they are in employment, people may have a tendency to have simple ways to get degrees. So what they are doing, simply they are approaching Bharatiyar University, Annamalai University, Madurai Kamaraj University, and many other universities. And these universities are not in our state. So as per UGC norms, it is very strict that the courses offered by universities in off-campus centers are not valid for higher education and for employment purposes also. So this may have to be underlined. You have to note a very important point. Many students who are coming to IGNOU for pursuing courses, and we are not offering them admission even though ours is an open university, we have a lot of flexibilities. Even though we are not offering our higher degrees to the students having their basic eligibility conditions from other universities in off-campus mode. Off-campus, you know, let me tell this important thing in Malayalam, because anybody, I think nobody will be there from outside Kerala and all. If in that belief, let me say one sentence, that is, ഓരോ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിക്കും സ്റ്റേറ്റ് ഓപ്പൺ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റികൾക്ക് അവരുടെ സ്റ്റേറ്റിനകത്ത് മാത്രമേ ക്യാമ്പസ് തുടങ്ങാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. അത് മാത്രമല്ല, സ്റ്റേറ്റിനകത്തുനിന്ന് മാത്രമല്ല, ഡിസ്ട്രിക്ട്സ് അവർക്ക് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട് സ്പെസിഫിക് ആയിട്ട്. ആ ഡിസ്ട്രിക്റ്റിനപ്പുറമുള്ള ഒരു സ്ഥലത്ത് അവർക്ക് ക്യാമ്പസ് തുടങ്ങാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ, നിങ്ങൾ MG യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയുടെ അണ്ടറിലുള്ള ആളുകളാണ്. MG യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയിലെ നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം, പത്തനംതിട്ട, ഇടുക്കി, കോട്ടയം, എറണാകുളം ജില്ലകൾ മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഈ ജില്ലകൾക്ക് അപ്പുറത്ത് ഒരു ക്യാമ്പസ് പ്രവർത്തിപ്പിക്കാൻ MG യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിക്ക് അധികാരമില്ല. അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്താൽ ആ ക്യാമ്പസിൽ നിന്ന് നിങ്ങൾ എടുക്കുന്ന ഡിഗ്രി, അതിനെയാണ് ഓഫ് ക്യാമ്പസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സെന്ററിന്റെ ജൂറിസ്ഡിക്ഷന് പുറത്തുള്ളതാണ് ഓഫ് ക്യാമ്പസ്, ക്യാമ്പസിന്റെ വെളിയിലുള്ളതാണ് ഓഫ് ക്യാമ്പസ്. ഈ ഓഫ് ക്യാമ്പസിന് തന്നെ കുറച്ചുകൂടി ഒരു ബ്രോഡ് സെൻസിൽ UGC അംഗീകരിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത് എന്തെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചാൽ, out of the jurisdiction of the university, they cannot start any of the program as off campus. If people take degrees from these off campus off campus centers, that degree won't be valuable. അതിനെ വാലിഡ് ആയിട്ട് കണക്കാക്കത്തില്ല. അവർക്ക് ഹയർ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷനും ആ ഡിഗ്രി കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ പറ്റില്ല. അപ്പൊ ഇവിടെയുള്ള കേരളത്തിൽ നിന്ന് തമിഴ്നാട്ടിലെ സർവകലാശാലകൾ നടത്തുന്നതോ, കർണാടകത്തിലെ സർവകലാശാലകൾ നടത്തുന്നതോ, സിക്കിം മണിപ്പാൽ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി അതുപോലെയൊക്കെയുള്ള ഏതൊരു സ്റ്റേറ്റിൽ നിന്ന് വന്നാലും, അതേസമയം അണ്ണാമലൈ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിക്ക് തമിഴ്നാട്ടിലുള്ള സെന്ററുകളിൽ അവർക്ക് അനുവദിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ജൂറിസ്ഡിക്ഷൻ അകത്തുള്ള, അതായത് അവരുടെ അധികാര പരിധിയിൽ വരുന്ന സ്ഥലത്തുള്ളതിന് ഒരു കുഴപ്പമില്ല കാര്യം. അതുകൊണ്ട് അണ്ണാമലൈ ഡിഗ്രി വാലിഡ് അല്ല എന്നല്ല ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്. അത് നല്ല അർത്ഥത്തിൽ മനസ്സിലാക്കുക. ഇതൊരു വളരെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യമാണ്. That is what jurisdiction and validity. ഇത് നോക്കിയേ ചെയ്യാവുള്ളൂ, ചെയ്തില്ലെങ്കിൽ അവസാന ഡിഗ്രി എടുത്തിട്ട് വേണ്ടെന്ന് പറയേണ്ടി വരും. ഇനിയുള്ള കാര്യം ഇന്ദിരാഗാന്ധി നാഷണൽ ഓപ്പൺ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയിലേക്ക് ഞാൻ ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യാം. യു പ്ലീസ് കം. ഇന്ദിരാഗാന്ധി നാഷണൽ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി, ആസ് യു നോ, it is a central government university. So it is a national, it is having national jurisdiction. Its jurisdiction is all over India. And it is a central government university. And even though it is a national university, its standards and acceptability and equivalency is as of international. So it is internationally approved national university. And it is a government university. You don't think that it's a private university or something like that. People are thinking ODL system is the policy of education. Open distance learning is not something below that of a regular system. It is equivalent, and to some extent it is higher than that of our state universities in many aspects. I will tell you. So this university, you know, this is known as People's University, and also it is called Mega University because of the strength of the students and the quality of the study materials, and many aspects are there to be considered as the Mega University. And in 2010, it is declared as the biggest university in the world by UNESCO. So these are the certifications and the what to tell. This is the importance of this Mega University. And you don't think that IGNOU is a small university. IGNOU is the biggest university in the world itself. And we are very much lucky to have this 3 regional centers in Kerala of this particular university. And we may focus the other factors of Indira Gandhi National Open University. Why I am telling? Because this university, if you are doing your degrees from Indira Gandhi National Open University, no problem for your degrees. It is that much valid. It is equivalent to the degrees of the other universities. And accessibility is there, and acceptability is also there. That means svigaryata in PSC and in other all universities. It is valid and acceptable. So, and moreover, it is a government university, and you are getting a chance to have the biggest universities courses and all along with your regular degrees. So you may focus on Indira Gandhi National Open University other than that of any other universities in India for distance education. For distance education, no university is coming at par with IGNOU. That is another thing. This is not simply saying for highlighting IGNOU, but I am telling you the facts only. Now you may focus on what are the programs offered in IGNOU. Certificate program, that is certificate in business skills, CBS, certificate in business skills. Now only University Grants Commission has allowed dual degrees, but earlier itself, any student from any regular system was able to, they were able to take another courses below than bachelor degree. That means they were able to do some diploma programs, some certificate programs with any other university. So many of the students of regular system, they are already engaged with our certificate programs and some diploma programs. Postgraduate students can take diploma programs because most of the diploma programs, the eligibility condition is a bachelor degree. So bachelor degree students cannot take, but this certificate and a 3-year bachelor degree program. Many learners in urban cities, that means Delhi, Mumbai and all places, the degree holders are pursuing certificate program. They are going out from the institution with 6 certificates along with the main certificate of degree. These 6 certificates will be of IGNOUs. So one is certificate in functional English. Like that, many programs are there, and these programs may be cope up with the syllabus of the mainstream of their bachelor degree. So this way, students were utilizing the precious time of their 3-year degree by taking many other additional certificate programs from Indira Gandhi National Open University. Why? Because The study materials of Indira Gandhi National Open University mean the study materials of these certificate programs will also be capable to make them familiar with the subject shared their main bachelor degree program. That means this is giving that much subject competency in the main program also. That is the credibility of the study materials and the content materials of IGNOU. I already told you that why IGNOU is called a mega university or the world's #1. The main reason is that the credibility and the quality of the study materials and the number of enrollment, means number of learners. So earlier itself, this practice was going on, and now you are getting a wonderful opportunity to share your educational aspiration with IGNOU by taking degrees from simultaneous degrees from IGNOU. This is what from any other distance education. I was focusing on IGNOU. That is why I am telling IGNOU like that. So, and comfortably you can do degrees in IGNOU because there will not be any gap in supplying study materials, offering classes, offering other technical support. Nothing will be there. And I can say you in 100% confidence, I can say you, this is the only university which is conducting its examination in every June and every December with 3 months before we are publishing our timetable. 3 months before we are publishing. And immediately after 45 days, the 45th day, we declare the results of the examination. So this way, examination and the results and that kind of other academic supports are giving only in IGNOU with this much punctuality. So I can assure that. But this time, this is not the problem of IGNOU. We have extended our examination. You know what is the condition? All over the world, these haphazards, these challenges, these problems, all people in this world are facing. Along with them, for the safety of the human being, we have to take some measures. That is why IGNOU has extended examination this time only. Even though with the name of the same session, we will conduct examination, and that won't be affected to the learners of IGNOU. Why? That I will tell you in a detailed manner. You will see some of the programs only I have mentioned. BAG, why I am writing? BAG is nothing else, BA only. But we have two types of syllabus. One is general BA and BA honors. We have general BCom. We have general BSc and honors BSc. Have you heard of honors? You may have to hear, because you should hear, because nowadays we have to compete with the international levels of education, and our central university is only offering honors degrees. So Indira Gandhi National Open University syllabus is par with Delhi University syllabus. Both are same. The courses we have opted, the scheme we have opted, everything is same only from 2020 January session onwards. And before that, our degrees were usual BA degrees. And in 2019 June, we have started BA General with adding some more credits. For a bachelor degree of IGNOU, 96 credits were there. Credits, you know, credits is the standard unit of measuring one program with the content, time taken to study, and its credibility and everything comes under credits. So earlier our bachelor degree was 96 credits. Nowadays it is for BAG it is 132 credits, and for honors degree it is 148 credits. Means courses means papers. In IGNOU, courses programs means BA program, BSc program, like that. BSc, BA English program. But one paper of BA English is known as BA course. One course. So course program terminologies are different. I think in state universities also nowadays it is like that. So this honors degree, you may get a chance of electing many optional subjects and many credits. So 148 credits at the same day. So a normal BA student having a degree with 96 credits, BAG students, they are getting a degree with 132 credits, and an honors degree student getting a degree with the same time, with the same duration, 148. So if a student is going out from the university with 148 credits of a bachelor degree program, they will be accepted first for any other thing in other universities for higher education, for employment purpose, and all. So you may know what is honors degree, what is credits, what are the different degrees available at IGNOU, levels of degrees available. So even for bachelor degree, nowadays earlier BA is not there, BAG, BA general and BA honors. BCom is general only. Next year onwards, sometimes they may implement honors also. But BSc is having, you cannot imagine the credibility of IGNOU BSc general, BSc honors degree. You can ask the BSc learners and how the program is useful to cope up with the current day scientific inventions and interventions. And many times these approaches are interdisciplinary. Interdisciplinary എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുമ്പോൾ at the same time പല ഡിസിപ്ലിൻസിലുള്ള കോഴ്സസുമായിട്ട് പരിചയപ്പെട്ടു പോകാൻ. സോ ദാറ്റ് വിൽ ഗിവ് യു ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി ടു ചൂസ് സ്പെഷ്യാലിറ്റീസ് ഫോർ ഹയർ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ. ഇങ്ങനെ ഒത്തിരി ഒത്തിരി കാര്യമുണ്ട്. അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് തന്നെ ഒരു വെബിനാർ നടത്തണം, ഓണേഴ്സ് ഡിഗ്രിയെ കുറിച്ച്. അത് അത്രമാത്രം ഉണ്ട്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ഈ ചുരുങ്ങിയ സമയത്തിനുള്ളിൽ ഇത്രയധികം കാര്യങ്ങൾ പറയുന്നില്ല. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കാണാം ബാക്കി കോഴ്സസ് ഏതൊക്കെയാണ് ഇവിടെ കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നതെന്ന്. MA, MCom, MSc മാത്തമാറ്റിക്സ് വിത്ത് കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ആണ് MSc MACS. MSc DFSM എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് MSc വിത്ത് ഡയറ്ററ്റിക്സ് ആൻഡ് ഫുഡ് സേഫ്റ്റി മാനേജ്മെന്റ്, ഡയറ്റീഷ്യൻസ് ആയിട്ടൊക്കെ ജോലി കിട്ടുന്നത് അവർക്കാണ്. MSc CFT എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് MSc ഇൻ ഫാമിലി കൗൺസിലിംഗ് ആൻഡ് ഫാമിലി തെറാപ്പിയാണ്. MTTM എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് മാസ്റ്റർ ഓഫ് മാനേജ്മെന്റ് ടൂറിസം സ്റ്റഡീസ് ആണ്. MLIS എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ലൈബ്രറി സയൻസ് PG ആണ്. MPA എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് പബ്ലിക് അഡ്മിനിസ്ട്രേഷൻ PG ആണ്. MA ഇൻ റൂറൽ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ്, MA എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ. MA എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ ഇവിടുത്തെ MEdന്റെ തുല്യം. MA in distance education also. So distance education itself is a discipline. പിന്നെ MAPC, MA in psychology. ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ലേണേഴ്സ് ഇഗ്നുവിലുള്ളത് MA സൈക്കോളജിക്കാണ്. So these are the some of the major programs. You can go through IGNOU website and study everything. And quickly I have to cover all slides. Online registration you can do. The provision for admission to IGNOU is the only Pakka. It is an online registration. After registering, you will get a unique identity card for IGNOU learnership, IGNOU studyship, and study materials will be provided. All study materials. No need of taking any other notes, any other books, nothing from anywhere, because that much capable that books we are giving. SLM means self-learning materials. That means you are in distance education. We are only giving you a small quantity of a small number of face-to-face interactions, and all other things you have to study through self-learning materials. The material itself is a thing. I will tell you how to solve these issues. I will tell you. Then re-registration is there, such as other central universities. Degree is also taking year by year. If you are taking one degree, first year you have to register. Second year also you may have to take registration. Third year also. And it has minimum, I told you already, minimum maximum duration. If you are not able to write your examinations of both distance mode education and your regular system, you can write the examination next session. That means every year we have examination 2 times in 2 semesters. You have joined, for example, you have joined for January session. So a year-wise student can take their examinations in the December month, just before next January. So after completing 1 year, you will be eligible for writing the examination. If you are not able to write both the examinations at a time, sometimes the same month, December itself, your semester exam of regular system will also come. So you may not be able to write both the examinations. No problem. You can write the same examination next June. Then you will get always alternative semesters. You can use alternative semesters for completing your backlogs. So this way also you can complete your examination without year lag, and you will get a chance of maximum 6 years. For a 3-year bachelor degree, students can close their studies with a minimum 3 years and maximum 3 years. Charge issue is there. രാവിലെ മുതൽ ഇവിടെ കറണ്ട് ഇല്ല, അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ കഷ്ടപ്പെടുവാണെന്ന് തീർക്കാൻ കറണ്ട് ഇല്ല. എന്റെ ഫോണും ഇപ്പൊ തീർന്നു പോകും. ഓക്കെ, ഐ വിൽ മാനേജ് ഇറ്റ്. സ്റ്റുഡൻസിന് ബാക്ക്ലോഗ് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അവർക്ക് റീ അഡ്മിഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു പ്രൊവിഷൻ ഉണ്ട്. ഇൻ കേസ് അവരുടെ മാക്സിമം പീരീഡിൽ അവർക്ക് തീർക്കാൻ പറ്റിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ വീണ്ടും ഒരു പുതിയ രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ എടുത്തിട്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞിരുന്ന മൊത്തവും പഠിച്ചിടത്തോളം കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇതിനകത്തേക്ക് ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ ചെയ്ത് അവർക്ക് വീണ്ടും തീരാൻ ബാക്കി ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നത് എന്താണോ അത് മാത്രം എഴുതിയെടുക്കാം. അതിനാണ് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അങ്ങനെ ഒരു സിസ്റ്റം ഉണ്ട്. പിന്നെ മോഡ് ഓഫ് ലേണിംഗ് ഐ വിൽ ടെൽ യു. എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഇൻ വിച്ച് മോഡ് വി ആർ ടേക്കിംഗ്. നിങ്ങൾ അവർക്കും ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് ലേണിംഗ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട് കോളേജിൽ പോകണ്ട, ഒരിക്കലും യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയോട് ഒരു ബന്ധമില്ല, അങ്ങനെയൊന്നുമല്ല. വി ഹാവ് ഫേസ് ടു ഫേസ് സെഷൻസ്, ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് കോണ്ടാക്ട് പ്രോഗ്രാംസ്. പിന്നെ compulsory assignments are there. Just before examination you have to compulsorily submit the assignments. Assignments are for internal evaluation also. Practicals are there, all practicals with 100% attendance, and we are conducting these practicals at all on holidays, on Saturday and Sunday. Otherwise regular students cannot attend the classes. So for the convenience of the learners, we are conducting these practical sessions and face-to-face mode classes only on holidays. Holidays means Saturday and Sunday. And we have projects. You have to submit the synopsis. You have to submit the final project, dissertation evaluation, viva voce, and everything is there. And beyond that, we have final examinations, K-MENT examinations. We call the terminology as K-MENT examination, TEE. That is what we call it in IGNOU. And നിങ്ങൾ ഒരു അസൈൻമെന്റ് എഴുതി വെച്ചു, അതിന്റെ മാർക്ക് വന്നു. അറ്റ് ദ സെയിം ടൈം the grade card will be generated, and at any time student can access the website, and there is a student zone that is exclusively for learners. Everything of IGNOU will be available in student zone, and you can approach it, you can access it, you can see your grade card, the status. നിങ്ങൾ അസൈൻമെന്റ് വെച്ചെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പൊ അതെന്ത് പ്രോസസ്സിലാണ്, അത് എവിടെ വരെ എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നു, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എത്ര മാർക്ക് കിട്ടി, അത് അവിടെ ഇങ്ങനെ വന്നു. ഇനി ഒരു പരീക്ഷ എഴുതി അതിന്റെ റിസൾട്ട് വന്നു, ഉടനെ അതിന്റെ കൂടെ ആഡ് ഓൺ ചെയ്യും. So at any time your grade card is visible in the website, you can take the printout, and but final mark and എല്ലാം കഴിഞ്ഞു കഴിയുമ്പോഴേ സക്സസ്ഫുൾ കംപ്ലീഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുള്ളൂ. So that final mark list and provisional certificate automatically will come to your home without paying any fee, without application. Automatically it will come after completion of your successful completion of the whole courses of your degree. പിന്നെ കോൺവക്കേഷനിലാണ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സർട്ടിഫിക്കറ്റ് തരുന്നത്. അതൊരു വലിയ ബ്യൂട്ടിഫുൾ ഒരു ഒക്കേഷൻ ആണ്. സോ in an occasion is there, it's a big ceremony, like convocation ceremony is there all over India. In Delhi also it is there. If you want to have your degree in Delhi, you can go there and you can take the degree with a cap, coat, and all many other things are there from the reputed guests. Sometimes it may be President of India. That opportunity is there. So IGNOU's convocation itself is a celebration and entertainment and the remarkable thing in your life. That is also you can see, and you will get the degree like that. We are offering courses in IGNOU. The biggest thing I have to remind you that state universities in Kerala and PSC is having approval of all courses of IGNOU, because IGNOU courses are separately approved by UGC. And now recently, this important information is very important for you. You please listen that any degree approved by University Grants Commission, UGC, doesn't seek any equivalency from any of the university. That means UGC approve ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഡിഗ്രിക്കും ഒരു സ്ഥലത്തു നിന്നും ഇക്വലൻസി എടുക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യം ഇല്ല എന്ന് നോട്ടിഫിക്കേഷൻ ഉണ്ട്. അത് UGCയുടെ സൈറ്റിലുണ്ട്, അതും കൂടെ നിങ്ങൾ കയ്യിൽ കരുതണം. അങ്ങനെ ഇക്വലൻസി ഉള്ള എല്ലാ കോഴ്സിനും എല്ലാ സ്റ്റേറ്റ് യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റീസും അംഗീകരിക്കണം, പബ്ലിക് സർവീസ് കമ്മീഷനും അംഗീകരിക്കണം. So there is no problem with regard to these things also. You may please approach UGC website to learn all these things. And I think almost all points in a quick manner I told, because we lost 15 minutes earlier itself with technicalities. Now almost all the points I prepared for you have covered, and thank you very much for listening me this much of time, and sorry for the inconvenience caused by electricity, many other technicalities. Anyway, our alternative system equipped us for coping it with all the situations, and we overcame it, and successfully I conveyed my message to you. And thank you very much for hearing, and very much I am thankful to all the conveners of this webinar also. Thank you very much once again. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Any questions, participants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Participants can
Hello?
ask any questions.
ഇതിന് ടൈം ഷെഡ്യൂൾ ഉണ്ടോ മാം? ഇന്ന സമയത്താണ് ഇത് അയക്കാൻ പറ്റും?